Good morning folks, welcome to Lincolnshire. Cockney Kayaker here, good to have your company as always. This morning I'm off to the Pyewipe Inn, a place that I was a few weeks ago actually. I'm going to meet a fellow YouTuber there and we're going to have a paddle through Lincoln city centre. It's one of my favourite paddles actually. It's a really nice paddle. I'm really looking forward to it. Lots to take in, the cathedral, etc. Really lots to see. So the van's loaded. I'm just going to finish my cup of tea and I'm going to make track. So I'll catch up with you all very shortly. Folks, well, just arrived at the Pyewipe Inn in Lincoln where I'm meeting Tina from Tina's Outdoor Adventures. Just going to find somewhere to park. Like I say, anybody who comes here, park loads and loads of parking. You know, really secure. Sometimes you get charged £1 just to park here, so cheap, isn't it really? So Tina's here, excellent. And get our settings parked up and get the kayaks out. Aye, so here's Tina taking the lazy person's route with her pump there. Oh, how posh is that? Now here he is, John, the main man.
I was just going to say, as long as you don't put the film, we're putting it in.
well, I've got to film you putting it in. That's the whole fun of it. They are, folks, it's that simple. And I've picked up on an idea that John's come up with, these little pegs. Do you know, I've never thought of that.
They're handy.
What a very simple
They're really handy.
idea, but one that potentially stops your craft from floating downstream. Yeah, how cool is that, eh? It's a really good idea. Yeah, how simple is that, but how effective? Right folks, so here we are once again at the Pyewipe Inn. Really nice part of Lincoln, this, really peaceful. Yeah, again, it's just one of those places, it's really nice just to come and chill out, even if you're not paddling. Grab a beer. I mean, let's swing this camera around. And how inviting is that? You know, and the few occasions that I've kind of been here, the people that work in the Pyewipe Inn are really friendly. They come over, have a chat, and you know, it's charge you like £1 to park in the car park. You can't complain, can you? So here we are, just about ready to set off. The drizzle that we had earlier on's kind of stopped, so it's a little bit more comfortable. The plan is we're gonna paddle to Lincoln, I think. Maybe have a drink or whatever, then come back and cook some breakfast. So that's the plan. Right. Oh dear, Tina's just gone in. Well folks, she's okay. She's a bit wet, but she's smiling.
I'm fine.
So she's...
Tell Carl this is comeuppance for laughing at him at some of his videos.
Yeah.
And saying I wanted to see him fall in.
No one will be laughing, Tina. Anyone watching this will not be laughing, believe me. Will we?
Oh yes, we will.
I shouldn't have laughed, but it was funny. That's why I always say, even if you're not a good swimmer, being able to swim, you don't panic.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
Remember, it weren't cold actually, but you've got to remember if it's cold, not to automatically take a breath, or you swallow. You breathe.
This, yeah, you don't want to be swallowing this.
And not panic when you can feel the top of the boat on your head.
Yeah.
That was the only bit of worry.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't be able to come up the side of it.
Yeah. Hey-o, but
Should have put a towel in, shouldn't I?
should have done. See? Failing to preparing.
Yeah, failing to prepare. Right, are we going down?
That's the importance of having a wetsuit, folks.
Yeah.
Or a dry suit. It's coming up to a series of these narrow boats. I think these are probably like long-term moorings to me. And I think one or two seen better days. But always nice to see all these different types of narrow boats on the river. Anyway, I think Tina's starting to dry off, although that fine mist has started to come back down again. Well, you can see a little cat on the roof there. Watching the world go by. Not a bad life, is it? Wow, look at that little boat, the African Queen. I think it's probably seen better days. It's absolutely rotten at the bottom. But what a lovely thing. Well, probably was a lovely thing in its time. Not so much a lovely thing now, but full of character. There we go, our first encounter with swans. Very friendly ones. And a duck. Yeah, that's the problem. But anyway, we're just coming into Lincoln now. I think this is all student accommodation up here. I don't know whether this is like Lincoln Boat Club, something like that. But we're coming into the Brayford, so a change of scenery. Here we are, just in the Brayford, and you can see from the boats that were back, you know, behind me, quite run down, and we've got these beautiful river cruisers. But these are the ones that often don't abide by the speed limit on the rivers and throw you all over the place like a blooming roller coaster. But nevertheless, very, very nice. John needs the loo, so we've got to find a toilet for him. I did say to him the benefits of having a wetsuit sometimes.
Yeah.
So we're keeping our eyes out for a toilet.
It doesn't matter if I wee in my boat, I'm already wet.
Yeah. Well, your Tina said it doesn't matter if she wees in her boat, she's already soaked. Yeah, true words. Yeah, so it's quite rare that we, you know, have paddles like this. Normally it's open countryside and don't really see anybody, so actually to paddle through a city centre is quite rare. In the distance, that kind of white building is called, I understand, High Bridge, and legend has it that back in the day, any bodies that were thrown into the Witham would accumulate under that bridge. I think it's now Stokes Tea House. I'm not overly sure, but I think it's Stokes Tea House. One of my favourite cities is York. Me and my wife love going to York, and this part of Lincoln, you know, reminds me so much of York. Yeah, so this is the place. Apparently all the bodies used to wash up here. Great nesting spot for pigeons. Probably not the most healthiest places to spend any time. But I think we're just going to go a little bit further up and spin around and come back. It's getting quite weedy here. Right, onwards. Anyone fancy running a pub? It's the Witch and Wardrobe, which is a Marsden's brewery. So nice drop of ale. Been in there a few times. Sadly closed now, but been in there a few times over the years. It's always been a really nice sort of pub, good atmosphere. Unfortunately, like so many of them, they're disappearing. Shame. Right, so we've just had a stop. John's found a toilet. He's back in his boat, ready to go. Tina decided that she wasn't gonna get out.
Not getting out. I'm not going in this. It's
Yeah, definitely don't want to be falling in this one. But anyway, let's get my Sam back in without falling in and get back to the Pyewipe Inn. I love that. Where are you going? I often ask myself that question. Morning. Well, just got back to, or just getting back to the Pyewipe Inn, and a really nice paddle through Lincoln, and ready for something to eat now. I'm starving. Going through Lincoln, we hit a bit of weed just as we got to the Brayford. There's a lot of weed on the water. Skegs were getting caked up, and paddling become very difficult for all three of us. But you know, we managed to get through by doing a lot of reversing, paddling backwards, keep releasing all that rubbish from the skeg. But you know, other than that, it's been a really nice paddle, and I think we're all ready for some food. So I'm just going to park up. Hopefully this time Tina won't go for a swim. Bless her. She didn't change her clothes, and she got a bit cold on the way out. She put her jacket on and she's been okay. I think she's grazed her arm a little bit, but other than that, she's maybe pride dented a little bit, of course, but other than that, bless her, she's stuck with it, and fair play to her. And she has given me permission to put that actually on the video. So as I say, fair play. So let's get parked up and get some breakfast cooked. Ridge monkey on, coffee ready to go. See if I can lift this without. Oh, look at that! Oh, sausages. Magic. Woohoo! Whoa, look at that. Normally I put some oil in with this or something, you know, but I forgot it today, so it's burning quite a lot, and I've got the gas turned right down as well. Having said that, no matter what I do, I burn everything, so it's just lucky I like it like that. Bloody hell, burnt that. Ah! Huh?
I said I've switched the
For that?
on in the line to get the camping stuff out.
I burnt me sausages.
That's a bit burnt. We used
Yeah.
to talking.
Yeah. Fatal, innit? I think that's done.
Works. I've run out of something. Well, I've run out of cord, or I've run out of battery. Something red just flashed across.
Are you having breakfast?
Yeah, it's on.
So,
Bacon and onions are frying, and the egg will go
Oh, right. You put a bit more effort into it than I have then.
I'd like, I am I am going
You
to.
see, John, when I said I burn stuff, I weren't joking.
Oh, that's well done.
Yeah.
That would be expensive. You only cook two sides.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's cooked all the way.
You don't get food poisoning.
No.
I'm going to check on mine. I can't film no more. I've run out of coal.
Cool. Look at that. Well, sausage roll and a cup of coffee on the go after a couple of hours paddling. Excellent morning, really nice morning, really enjoyed it, had a great time. And so has Tina and John, we've all had a really nice paddle. So I'm just going to stay here, drink me coffee, finish my roll, and get back to Middle Raisin, where I think I've got to continue doing some floor tiling. So great to have your company. Until the next time, safe and happy.